Hello, everyone, live on YouTube. It is the Horsemen Hangout for September the 2nd, 2014. Happy back to school for Mr. Root TV and many of our kid watchers out there. Kid viewers, I should say, not kid watchers. Let me introduce you to the Horsemen Hangout. Of course, the four horsemen myself. I am Mr. Justin. To my left, or to your right on the screen, would be Mr. Z there in the Horsemen Hangout. And next to him would be Mr. Roo TV, who just put on a USA hat.
Yeah, I'm just proud of my. I'm just proud of my.
Say it. We, the people. Probably the best spot on last night's Raw, but we will get into that. And also coming to you live from Williamstown, New Jersey, Mr. Lane, Sir.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm just looking forward to this hangout. I got a lot to get off my chest tonight. So,
Mr. Lane, we'll get into it. But how's everything going? I haven't spoken to you. How's everything in Williamstown going for you? It's so smooth so far.
Well, it's going excellent, man. It's doing very well. So, awesome. I can't complain about it right now. It's going well.
Awesome. And I saw the gift that Mr. Roo TV I think got you with the Williamstown shirt. That was pretty cool. You know,
yes, it was. It was excellent, man. And he got a blender for me too. So I've yet to use it, but I will use it soon. So
cool.
Have you used my gift card?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, with the introductions here, let's get right down to business. We have a lot to talk about. I have a few things on tap. Let's start off. I guess go right into baseball. Our Philadelphia Phillies no hit the Atlanta Braves yesterday on Labor Day. It was a combined no-hit effort for Mr. Cole Hamels, Mr. Ken Giles, Mr. Jake Diekman, and Jonathan Papelbon. Now I will turn this over to Mr. Z. It's been a disappointing season so far for the Phillies. It hasn't been a great season for the Braves either, as it looks like the Nationals will win the NL East. But what can we take from this no-hitter, if anything, Mr. Z?
Well, the thing you can take away from the no-hitter is that the Phillies do have some talented pitchers on the current roster. Cole Hamels, one of the best in the league. If you look at his numbers, I believe since May 27, since sometime in May, he's let up 22 earned runs. Clayton Kershaw's let up 23 earned runs, and Clayton Kershaw, as we know, is the best in the business. Cole Hamels is third in the National League in earned run average. He is the tops right now. He's the best player on the Phillies right now, and the Phillies have to make a decision if they're going to build with Cole Hamels or if they're going to trade Cole Hamels to rebuild. But also, you have talented guys in the bullpen: Jake Diekman, Ken Giles. I think they're the next Johnny Venters and Craig Kimbrell of the NL East. And Papelbon is Papelbon. You know, I don't like him, but he's produced. And he slammed the door shut on those Atlanta Braves yesterday.
Before I go to Mr. Root TV, Mr. Lane, sir, I saw you covering your eyes with, I believe it was your iPad. It wasn't a proud day in Brave Country, was it?
It was terrible. Well, the best way to describe this guy is it was an epic fail, #Braves. It was terrible. Absolutely horrible. I mean, I'll be brutally honest with y'all, but the scrutiny of this 2014 Braves team, I mean, it's been the offense, quite frankly. The pitching's been excellent. The pitching, I think, has a lot of freaking potential. I mean, you have Julio Teheran, very solid. Alex Wood is another guy. He's very good. You also have Irvin Santana, who's been very good, too. I know you had a couple more pitchers. I forget. Mike Minor He's improved a little bit in his last few starts, you know.
Aaron Harang stinks.
Well, Harang ain't good. See, Harang and Santana are only under one-year contracts with the Braves anyway. They're free agents. But quite frankly, I just have to get this off my chest a little bit here. We're not playing up to Braves standards right now, and I have to admit that because I know Justin Upton has been a solid player for the Braves. I mean, yeah, the team strikes out a lot. Fine, so be it. But I like to see more, like I said before, I want to see more clutch hitting, and they have not done that. Left too many people on base. Hayward had 3 stolen bases yesterday. Okay? 3. And the Braves could even get a hit over that. Not four, Justin. Three stolen bases.
Three.
But anyway, you know, it's like I said, if the Braves don't make the playoffs, and I have to say this, if the Braves don't make the playoffs, I think changes will be made, and I've said this over and over and over and over again in my private Facebook Braves group that I will not name right now, maybe another time. But I told fans that, you know, changes will have to be made. I don't know if Freddie Gonzalez will be fired or not. I don't know. And just as to bring up an interesting fact, when Roy Halladay pitched his perfect game against the Marlins, who was the manager at that time, Freddie Gonzalez. So coincidence? Why not? But
Interesting.
you know, it's you know, it's been a, you know, mediocre.
Thank you, Mr. Lane. I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to go to Mr. Root TV. You just heard Mr. Lane's frustrations. If you could give Mr. Lane words of advice, we know he's a diehard Braves fan, but do you think this is the off season that he should consider changing his allegiance? And if so, which team should he choose, Mr. Root TV?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that I personally have no shame, and I do frequent the very forum that Mr. Lane chose not to talk about, and it is indeed Braves, Beers, and Boobs. Triple B. It is called Braves, Beers, and Boobs.
Is that true?
Yeah. What the heck is... Oh, brother.
Well, that's the forum, and the bottom line is I'm seeing a lot of guys jumping ship. I'm seeing a lot of gals jumping ship. I'm seeing a lot of good-looking gals jumping ship off the Bravos bandwagon because, let's face it, the Braves have a lot of bandwagon fans. Mr. Lane, not one of them. Mr. Lane has stayed ship since the mid-'90s, early '90s. But the fact of the matter is the Phillies are in a similar position as the Braves. It's time to rebuild. It's time to start over. And it really pains me to hear Ruben Amaro say yesterday that it's probably who was that? Oh, hey, Sweeps. It's probably time to go with the younger guys. I mean, really, probably. What is the other option? To go with, like, Dutch Dalton? What other option is there? Okay, probably. There is no probably. It is time to go with the youth. It is time to get a good draft pick. Braves and Phillies both need to rebuild. And if you want my advice, Mr. Lane, I would just say blow it up and start over.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Roo TV. Moving on here, we have a lot to get to. So I want to get now into a little, stay on the sports before we get into sports entertainment. I want to talk NFL. And before we get into our predictions, I'm going to do something fun. Okay. I got to change the camera here. Camera 1. This past weekend, I participated in what we call a fantasy football draft. We're talking about fantasy matchups. Drafted number 2 overall. My team came out pretty good. Number 2, I picked Jamal Charles of the Kansas City Chiefs. But hey, that's neither here nor is it there.
Well, if you want to talk about that, who had the best draft and who's projected to win that league that you're in?
That would be Mr. Z, okay? Mr. Z had the best draft. I had a C-. I believe he had an A. But we will see when the season comes and I play Mr. Z and I take him out. And we will see possibly in Promo Mania today what I have to say about Mr. Z's fantasy football hopes, all right? But point of the matter is, fantasy football season, a lot of us play it. I wanted to go around the horn here. I had a couple.
Uh-oh, he's frozen. Uh-oh.
Well, it looks like the technical difficulties have come into effect.
Well, Mr. Rue, do you kind of want to take the reins here and direct us into a new topic?
Does anybody want to text Mr. Justin and let him know that he is frozen, just like someone frozen in the frozen tundra?
Yeah, I'm going to have to text him here. Give me a second here.
Mm-hmm.
See what's going on.
Full disclosure, I did not watch a minute of Raw last night. I was out celebrating Labor Day. I forgot it was a Monday, and I completely missed Raw, and I had not read the results, so I apologize to my fellow Hangout people that I won't be able to add my 2 cents in on Monday Night Raw. I mean, is it just me, or does it feel like this is like a very boring period?
A very boring period, but it doesn't...
After SummerSlam, pre-Mania build.
Very boring period, but it doesn't have to be. They're just mailing it in. They're mailing it in totally. It's awful, and you didn't miss anything by not missing the show.
Oh, by
By
the
the
way, I don't know if we'll probably won't talk about this, but I want to talk about it with you two because I know you guys are big network guys. I did catch the first episode of the Monday Night War. I love it. I haven't watched the remaining episodes, but I think it's really really good. It's well done, and I really like it.
I love it too, and it just shows that how much better the product was back then. And it's almost like twofold. It's like, okay, you're giving us this and it's awesome, but you're also like by design showing us how much better it was back then compared to what we're seeing on Monday nights. I mean, it's like it's not even like in the same ballpark. It is that much drastically different and that much drastically more entertaining. It's sad, really.
I just thought it was funny, like in the first episode when they do the, how they do the asides where they talk to the superstars and the people of the era. The very first person that they interview on the first episode of the Monday Night Wars says WWE superstar CM Punk.
Yeah, they're still using them for the.
And that aired, I believe, after he was officially released.
Yeah. I don't. I guess they can still use his likeness, but
Well, they should. Well, I guess my point is they probably should have edited it because they still referred to Hulk Hogan as a former WWE superstar, so you can
Right,
tell
right.
that the production was done some time ago.
Yeah, it must have been. See, Punk left the beginning of the year. It was probably done late last year. They probably got a lot because they knew that the network was going to launch in around Mania February. So they probably got a lot of those packages done in like 2013. I'm sure they
Yeah,
haven't
and
have.
Punk was wearing the original Best in the World tee, so that was probably done in 2011 or so.
Yeah, a lot of those older interviews, maybe 12 even, because I think 2011, 12. Yeah, 2011, 12. Anybody get any response from Mr. J?
Well, he says he had to reboot or something like that. He said he had to reboot, so I'm looking forward to doing my NFL predictions here in a couple seconds. 'Cause I was just,
Mr. Lane, have you played Madden NFL 15 yet?
oh, hold on. You know what? Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Give
You
me
got
1
plenty.
second. Alright. Oops.
All right.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. How is it? I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's an excellent game, man. I mean, it's excellent. Love Madden. It's much more improved. The reviews I saw were very positive. So
Me too. I heard like the defense is kind of different and
yes,
it's really good.
yes, it is because I just love it here. To be honest with you, I'm just trying to. Don't mind me. I'm just doing my predictions right here for the NFL. Just the teams that I feel will make the playoffs. So I'm hoping that people will stay tuned to this because I'm looking forward to doing my NFL picks. So, and I know right here, if you guys got the Sports Illustrated right here,
Yeah.
there it is. It was not this guy that lost the game last year. It was Kyle Orton, who's gone, who's a Buffalo Bill now. But let's see here. This is what Sports Illustrated said here for their football predictions. All right, let me get to it here. If y'all could see this, I'll let y'all see this while we're live. All right, as you can all see that right there, the East, the North, the South,
See that?
and the West.
And the AFC.
And then if you guys can see the NFC, wait a minute, let me make sure y'all can see that. Let's see here. The NFC North, they have the Eagles right there. Sorry, Z, they have the Cowboys in the cellar. Sorry about that, man.
It's okay.
But let's see, you got the Packers. And can you believe they have the Buccaneers? We'll have to see how good Lovie Smith's defense is right there. And then in the West, they have, I believe, the Seattle Seahawks. So But I have my predictions on my boogie board that that y'all will see shortly. Hopefully, when Justin gets back onto the show here, I am